What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyt, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is OdinKing. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is a Swissboy. The map is Anatolia. Swissboy won that first game with some very dominant Greek play on Mediterranean. Moving into game number 2, switching, swapping gods. Doing the role reversal here. Swapping Poseidon for Ra and Ra for Poseidon. However, Swissboy rolls into Ra on a very nice map indeed. However, this is one of the rare spawns of Anatolia where life can get pretty tough for you pretty early on in this game. You see there's these two gold mines here. And they are open as open can be. So we'll see what OdinKing's going to be able to do here if he notices it and if he goes for some sort of an Ares push here. So my suggestion for OdinKing would be to do the 515 build, going for all of these fishies, getting 18 fishing ship, still put the double docks up, but then instead of building trireme, or instead of building trireme first, throw up the stables and then just defend one side of the water. And then push in here with a big surprise Ares push and just win the game of killing this tower. And then you can then throw some watchtowers down as well, go all in on it. Can win this game very, very easily. We'll see if he even notices it, but oftentimes we see on Anatolia players, they kind of neglect the old Scouter-Rooney, and they don't see the stuff like this, but we'll see what happens here for Swissboy. And Swissboy actually going for the wrong gold mine here. This is the safe gold mine. This one you should go for first, just in case you get pushed off, because then you can just retreat over onto this gold mine here and feel okay about yourself, you know? So we'll see what how OdinKing's build is here. He's got 7 villagers on wood. The next villager should move over onto this side of the map and build a second dock. We see the temple coming up for OdinKing though on this side. So he looks like he's going for a push in onto this side of the water, which doesn't work all too well, especially with 7 villagers on wood. This is more of an anti-Atlantean strategy from OdinKing. You basically go for your Mediterranean build, building 9 fishing ships going at 430, and you defend against the Oracle push with the Promethean, and you get your temple over here, and then you build a stable or a military academy, and then you can move in and take down the docks and win this side of water really hard against Atlantean. But against Egyptian have this unit called the Pharaoh, and they also have this unit called the Priest, and also have this god power called Shifting Sands. All things which can completely shut down the water push. And the other issue with this is OdinKing doesn't have the restoration, so we'll see how it works. But it might work because Swissboy might not have his build down for Ra. So Ra wants to get up at 515 at the latest here, and Ra will probably get out 18 fishing ship in that time as well. So that's going to give OdinKing maybe 25 seconds here of respite, but it looks like Swissboy has kind of not done it correctly. How's he going for resources? Yeah, he's got a lot of wood in the bank. We even see the dock coming down over here, and OdinKing's going to start fishing that a little bit later. We do see that Swissboy has managed to steal 1 fishing spot here. That's not going to matter all too much. And do we see the immediate adjacent, or sorry, I should say Theseus and Hippolyta here for OdinKing? And look at this. Temple up. Should be able to advance. Just about. Just has to town bell. And there's Tar coming through. 530. 530 here. A little bit short on the food. On the fishing ships. A little bit late on those. You can see he's still got 200 wood in the bank. So if he did this efficiently, he would have had another 8 fishing ship out, which is the entire spot there. And we do see the Cyclops coming in, going to be taking down the dock very, very quickly with the help of the trireme here. Question is, can Swissboy react to it? This damage he does. It's about 25 damage in attack here. So we'll die very slowly, but it will die eventually. You see that the trireme coming in. Going to hit this already. Has a favor looking for OdinKing non-existent. Oh, he's only got 6. No Theseus, no Hippolyta. And I mean, he's also got Pestilence as well. Meanwhile, we've got the fishing ships building over here for OdinKing. A wall coming up. I like that, but Swissboy snuck his villager through already. Going to be able to throw up a dock over here. There's Tar coming through. Do we see any sort of cabinets here? Now, one thing you can kind of do here to fake your opponent out is not click on auto queue. So when you click on auto queue, if your opponent's screen is over the dock, it makes a sound. So if you don't click on auto queue and you just manually train these cabinets, you won't realize you're building them. You can just train them into your docks. But you will be there we go. He's building them in there. Still no pestilence. Obviously does not need to do so just yet. The Wadget is coming in. That's going to get denied there by OdinKing. Nice play so far. The dock does fall in this location over here. He's still got a couple more fishing spots to grab here. We see the cabinets coming in. Nice reaction from OdinKing. Does manage to take this location down. Cabinets here. We do see the fishing ship trying to get these docks up. There's quite a few of them there. This is going to be 3 docks down here. The Cyclops has to actually retreat here for some reason. There's the stable. So this is a nice start here from OdinKing. Really well played. Causing the pressure. Some relics here. The Wedged Eye. Myth unit reduction in resources. It's actually a really good relic, but no one ever picks it up. That's where the other relic is. Let's see what it is. The blanket of Empress Zoe. Or Zoe, whoever knows. We are going to be seeing that Swissboy is probably going to try and win this side of the water now. Or at least make some sort of effort to. We see the armory coming up. Swissboy's going for the heroic age here. But because he's being denied so hard on this side of the map, he's going to be very late to it. Should have been almost clicking advance. Very low on the food as well, even with the extra 4 villages or 5 villages on food. But he is managing to deny OdinKing on the top side of the map. And OdinKing is going to move in, try and take down these cabinets, take down these docks. He's still got a lot of HP left on that Cyclops. There's the units returning. OdinKing, oh, Swissboy not microing here. He needs to get those fishing ship inside of his docks so that these trireme can feel some pain. There we go. It does garrison them, but he puts them both into one dock. Totally fine to stay here and fight this now. Especially if he uses the trireme speed. 6 speed, they dodge these docks. They only got 5.5 track rating. So 6 speed is enough to dodge them. Going after these fishing ships. Swissboy still not paying attention. Meanwhile, Swissboy has won this top side of the water. Splitting water here. Not so bad. However, OdinKing stuck in the classical age for a little bit, whereas Swissboy should be going... Oh, he's going Sekhmet. He still has Shifting Sands. I like this play from Swissboy. He can go for a villager rush here. Only 1 monument. How much favor in the bank? 14 favor in the bank. So against Ares, there's no ceasefire. So you can Shifting Sands onto this. But OdinKing's actually already going Aphrodite. I tell a lie. I thought he didn't click advance. Going Aphrodite here. Not going for the Dionysus. So he thinks like it might be playing for late game here. We'll see. Aphrodite gives that Divine Blood upgrade. Absolutely huge. The Sekhmet will hit first for Swissboy, moving the villagers forward. Throwing out a Migdol stronghold, maybe. Obviously not going for that Shifting Sands play, because otherwise he would have built a barracks or 2 and made some spearmen. And then you make 1 scarab, and then you Shifting Sands those all in with the villagers, with Skin of the Rhino. And then you take the town center down. You take the whole home base down. It's a real bit of a surprise attack. But no spicy strategies in this game. Let's check the upgrades here. We've got Persine. Bullet. What? Surely that's got to be a mistake there. What a curse! It kills 4 villagers. And there's still a pestilence. So boiling oil in order to like have the Migdol do a little bit of damage. The Pharaoh just about to fall here. Absolutely huge. And OdinKing just wins right here and now. But Boiling Oil is in, so it's going to hit some of these units. But look at the small amounts of damage it does. Look at this guy. Taking like 5 damage in attack. Well, he's going down fairly fast, actually. Did they buff Boiling Oil? Doesn't even say that it has it. He's got crenellations, but that doesn't help against the cavalry. Meanwhile, Cyclops coming in here. Villagers trying to repair this one back up. Does this have Boiling Oil? Oh, I can click. Oh, they must have. Because it says it removes the... If its tooltip is right, it removes the minimum range. So they must have buffed Boiling Oil to do double the attack that it used to do. Because the difference between the arrows firing is huge. Because it does what? Like a Watchtower will do 8 damage but fire 2 shots. But with Boiling Oil, normally on 1.03 it'll do 1 shot. But it must be on Vubli it does 2 shots. And on the Migdol it does 3 shots. Maybe. Another Migdol going up here. But Swissboy is pretty much stuck in his base. Does throw up the market. Maybe go straight to the Mythic Age? Who knows? He's going to probably forget about this Scarab. I guarantee it. Meanwhile, the ramming galleys have cleaned up the water down the bottom. OdinKing hasn't quite fished up all the top just yet. No market up. Well, there is a market there for OdinKing. Is he going straight to Artemis? Oh, I love it. Straight to Artemis here. Earthquake the main base. You have to be careful where you Earthquake, though, because there's so many buildings in here. Earthquake only does about 10,000 damage. So it could technically kill all 3 of these things here. One of the soldiers as well. So long as it's clicked a little bit away from those houses, it should be able to kill off all of this. If it clicks it over here, maybe. Or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. And there's a citadel. Artemis comes through the militia come in, but it's not going to kill the citadel center. Or it might. Nah, it's not. It's not going to do enough damage. Doesn't quite get there. 1,200 left, but he does pick off the Migdol yet again. Now we can see if OdinKing wants to try and push in here. These are... Citadel is beefy. Not only does it have crenellations, it also gets an extra shot. So it's only 3 shots. Oh no, same amount of shots as the town center. But it gets the extra damage. Migdol Stronghold coming back up now for Swissboy. We do see the Chimera coming in. Does hit those mercenary very, very hard, but I don't think this is a good attack here from OdinKing. He's sort of throwing away his advantage. These mercenary are getting a lot of value here. Cyclops does go down after killing one of those cavalries. Maybe if OdinKing moves forward and throws a fortress behind this forest here. Not a bad idea. That's the resources looking for Swissboy. 55 population to 100 population. Just going to try and retreat away from these mercenaries, let them fall. There's a lot of resources in them if they just die by lifespan. But if they attack, they get their value. And we do see they are falling now. As OdinKing moves in, he's got this Chimera. He does hit the villagers. Big amount of damage there onto those villagers there from OdinKing. Swissboy under a ton of pressure. Prodromus coming in as well to help take down these cavalry. But the Citadel Center doing crazy amounts of damage. He needs to get one of those Priest or the Pharaoh to empower the Citadel to get bulk damage. It doubles the damage that the Citadel Center does. And now OdinKing doesn't even care. He's just going to continue moving in. Theseus in here. More Chimera coming through. We see a second town center up now for OdinKing. The villagers falling. Chimera moving back in. Going to hit these villagers yet again. Does a lot of damage to a couple of those. Does pick off 2 villagers. And now Swissboy is out of gold as it seems. He's only got this one here. And Swissboy does tap out. GG. Well played by OdinKing. Showing off that, you know what, Egyptian does not reign supreme on this map. If you come in with a clever strategy as Greek, you will take some victories here. So Swissboy does lose this one, and that's going to force a game number 3 here. Really well played by OdinKing. I loved this Ares rush onto the dock. Didn't panic Pestilence or anything like that. Just held onto it, and then could push in and take Swissboy out with a really nice Artemis timing. Really nice job. But GG, well played. We'll move on to game number 3 if they want to play it. If you're enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.